My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Unhinged. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But okay, it's so funny looking back at what came out in 2020 because around this movie's release, you got Tenet, SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Sponge on the Run. You had The New Mutants. You had this movie, Bill and Ted Face the Music. You would then have Come Play and Freaky and War with Grandpa in the next few months. Like, there was such few movies to pick from. But I remember hearing the premise of this movie, and I got real excited. I thought this was going to be like the perfect B movie, and I was disappointed the first time I watched it, and on a rewatch, I liked this movie even less. It's just so frustrating because the whole premise of this girl is stuck in traffic, the truck in front of her isn't moving, so she honks her horn, and it turns out she honked her horn at the wrong guy, and things just go from bad to worse to worse. That's a good premise. Like, I like how Jaws makes you afraid of the ocean, or how Psycho made you scared of showers. And this movie could have made you scared of honking your horn in traffic. But in the execution, I just feel like it falls flat. Like, the first half of this movie is actually pretty decent because she honks her horn, he's pissed off, and then he starts speeding up and slowing down, and he hits her, and he's stalking her at the gas station. And it's actually really intense stuff. But there comes a point in the movie where he has her phone. He then meets up with people that she cares about, and he just sabotages her life at every opportunity. And this is when the movie lost me, because that's when I felt like it lost focus of the plot. And it went from being a very effective, a very fresh premise to something much more generic. And by the end, it kind of just feels like a pretty generic, forgettable thriller. And it's a shame because those scenes where he's speeding down the highway and he's stalking her, and I liked it when the movie was doing that, but it just tried to do too much for its own good. And then, like, he starts preaching at every opportunity against divorce lawyers and how much he hates society nowadays. And I feel like the character lost focus. He was pissed at her because she honked her horn. This is a road rage accident gone terribly wrong. But now you're just making him into a generic villain as well. So, it's just really frustrating. And it kind of feels a bit misguided because she was well within her right to honk. The light was green for like 10 seconds and he wasn't moving. So she reacted appropriately. And then he wanted an apology, and he didn't deserve one, so she didn't give him one. And all of that stuff is completely understandable, but it's like the movie looks down on her at a certain point for reacting the way she did, and it just feels really kind of gross to me. Like, even the final scene of this movie is she's at a traffic light, it turns green, she goes, someone runs a red and almost hits her, and she's about to honk her horn. She stops herself, and then her son is like, "Good choice, Mom." No! Bad choice! That person ran a red light. He could have gotten her killed. She was You're supposed to honk your horn at people like that. Like, am I going insane here? Like, what is the message of this movie? To not honk your horn at people? No, it should be like, hey, you can honk your horn, but sometimes someone will react really poorly to it, and it's a believable scenario, so that's where this movie could elevate. But yeah, I just feel like by the end, this movie becomes a total mess, and I really didn't care for the movie it became. And the performances are pretty good. Karen Pistorius is likable enough. You're able to root for her. Gabriel Bateman, was this the kid from Come Play and Child's Play? Hold on, I actually need to look that up now. Because I love that Child's Play remake. I think it's so underrated. Yep. Okay, he's in Child's Play, but he's not in Come Play. Who's in Come Play then? I could have sworn it was Gabriel Bateman. No, that's Ozzy Robertson. Okay, weird. Okay, I guess I was wrong. But anyways, he was still in Child's Play. Really underrated movie, by the way. He does a fine job here, but Russell Crowe is the clear standout. He is a big, menacing guy, and it's nice to see him in a movie like this. Jimmy Simpson, Austin P. McKenzie don't really stand out. So, yeah. I like the first bit of this movie. I thought it had plenty of potential. There was a few tense moments, and I like Russell Crowe, but the movie loses focus. It becomes really generic, and it feels really misguided by the end. The final scene actually pisses me off so badly, so I'm going to give Unhinged a 4 out of 10. I'll repeat myself. You're supposed to honk at bad drivers. You're supposed to. It's not like it's a traumatic response that she's not honking now, because the kid says, "Good choice, Mom." So it's meant to be a little, that's funny, huh? No, it's not funny. You should honk. Honk your horn. Anyways, Unhinged, what did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.